What is this thing? It's got the Audi badge on it.
Oh, yeah, the Russian
Let's
car.
see. It's got a 3-cylinder engine, mounted way ahead of the front wheels. Mounted, It's mounted longitudinally, so it's rear-wheel drive. So it's a Roadster. It's got a funky interior. Leather seats, no rear seats, just nothing there. A small trunk. Put your stuff in there. Disco Crops. What is this thing? It says 1000 SP, 1961 DKW. So this is an Audi 1000 SP. I never knew they made anything like this. It's kind of cool. Look at that. So coming up here, it's got, what is going on here? So this is like the, I'm guessing this is the intake to the air conditioning system actually.
It's the only one you'll ever see. Believe me.
Here we got a carburetor.
Well, I remember
3 coil
one,
packs. Individual coil ignition.
Yeah, but
See, this is the radiator is behind the engine. And there's a battery back there.
On the KW no Sporty, we use a racing
This is crazy.
Oh yeah, we have the engine all modified, big pistons.
And I think, is it manual or automatic? It's I think it's it's automatic. No, wait. It's manual. Hold on a second. Look at this. You see right there? It is a manual column shifter. What? What is going on? So I guess this is for your turn signal. Maybe that's for your lights. Got the radio controls there. Very basic stuff. All original. This is cool. Your rear view mirror. Imagine driving down the road and no one knows what you're driving. This is that car. We got Kevin here. What's up, Kevin? How's it going?
Hi, good. Thank you. How are you?
Pleasure. So this is Kevin's car. Kevin, what is this thing?
This car is a 1961. It's an Auto Union. The model is a 1000 SP Roadster. It has a very unusual engine, as you can probably see. It's a 3-cylinder, but it's a 2-stroke. So you mix the oil with the gas. It's 981 cc, just a little 3-cylinder motor in there. Has a freewheel device on the gearbox. It has a 4-speed gearbox, 4-speed on the tree, as you can see there. And when you decelerate, when you take your foot off the accelerator, the car coasts, it freewheels. So you can even change gear without depressing the clutch.
What?
It's very unusual, and I think they put that device on it so on a very long downhill the engine does not seize up, because it's a 2-stroke, has no oil in the engine, only oil in the gas.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Anyway, I bought it in Germany probably 6-7 years ago. Had it restored in the UK over a period of 2 years or so, and then we imported it here into the USA, where we live 6 months of the year, and it suits the climate here in Florida perfectly. And we just enjoy showing the car. It's the only one that we know of in the USA.
Wow, that's amazing. And I think you mentioned, I thought originally that the car was rear-wheel drive, but you mentioned the car is actually front-wheel drive.
It's front-wheel drive, yeah, 4-speed and reverse, of course, and it makes for a very flat pan. There's no transmission channel required, so it really adds to the styling of the car because the seats are so low. And I think they kind of copied the 57 T-Bird really with the wings and the bumpers.
I see that.
People always say to me when they first see the car, they say, "Is it a T-Bird? Is it a Sunbeam?" And then they see the 4 rings, and they say, "Oh, it's an Audi," and it's not. It's not an Audi. It's actually a Pre-Audi. So this sign belonged to Auto Union, and Audi became involved at a later date. The car became an Audi.
Yeah, Audi is actually an abbreviation. I forgot what it stands for, but I know the first letters AU is Auto Union.
Exactly, yes, yeah. And there were 4 manufacturers involved, which was, I think it was Wanderer, Horch, DKW, and Audi, and I think NSU was also involved. But the 4 rings standing for 4 manufacturers in the first place.
Wow, that is fascinating. So how does the manual shifter work? Because I noticed, like you said, it's mounted on the column. I've never seen a manual shifter on the column.
Yeah, here it is. And so you just lift it up and put it into gear, or like that's 3rd gear actually. But anyway, it works great. It drives nicely.
Huh.
It's happy around 65 mile an hour, maybe 70. So beautiful design dashboard as well. I think it's a very unusual car. I just love it. And it has leaves in it from this tree that I parked under.
Yeah, right under a tree.
Yeah.
Look at that. So now, does the radio still work?
Yes.
And you can pick up like modern stations and all that?
Yeah, on the, I think it's called FM, but yes, it works. And I actually got the radio from a place called Chrome, London. And I think the radio is called Blaupunkt Frankfurt. And I bought a car in Frankfurt, so it's kind of unusual. This tree's attacking me.
Yeah. Back up for you.
Okay, thanks.
Wow. And there's no convertible top. This is a true Roadster, right?
Yeah, the top's here. You just unclip these. And
okay.
yeah, and you just lift this out. I mean, the design's great because it's kind of completely flat. So this just lifts up. It's really easy to put up, and if it rains. And there's also a tonneau cover, which is what these are for. So if you leave it parked in the rain or under a tree, you could cover it up. So
okay. Yeah, initially I was thinking that this could be just a tonneau cover only.
No, it's actually the hood.
Yeah.
Or the roof. I mean, we would call it the roof, but.
Yeah, initially, because a lot of cars, some cars are true Roadsters where there is no real top. It's just this. Correct. And if it rains, you got to put a cover over the entire thing.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. They made a few models with this engine and I believe the chassis. But this particular design was built by a company called Baur, B-A-U-R, in Stuttgart, Germany. So they were the body builders for it. I believe the total number of these cars built between 59 and 64, I think it was 1,600 over that time frame, which is really not many cars each year. So it wasn't an incredibly successful car at all for them. It was very expensive when they made it, and hence I guess the production finished because it was not a financial success, but one of the most beautiful cars that they ever made in my opinion, of course.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you very much.
See you, brother.